You have to be enthusiastic. It's Yaya Bean's birthday. Hey guys, it's Sarah from Sweet Sense from the Dollhouse. Today I'm bringing you a little bit of a different video. It's like the scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where the whole family is in the big damn bed. But it is Sunday, March 18th, 2018. It's a special day because it's Miss Ella Bean's second birthday. And today we are going to bring you a story time of the day Ella was born. So I was 7 days overdue, which was surprising because everyone, you know, when you're pregnant, everyone has a story to tell you. And with my second pregnancy and with my third pregnancy, blah, 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 you get so freaking tired of hearing everybody's pregnancy and delivery stories. It's unbelievable. Everyone is totally unique, but I thought being my third baby, she'd come early or at least on time. Nope. All three of my children are consistently difficult. She was a week late and I needed to be induced. So, did we take the day off school?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took the day off school and waited all damn day for the hospital to call and tell us that they had room for the induction. And for months, I had this grand plan that I was going to have this like uber relaxing birth, and I had a playlist on my cell phone of meditation music and essential oils and massage lotion, and I was really, really excited for my teenage daughters to be a part of Ella's journey right from the start. The girls, on the other hand, weren't so looking forward to it. When I asked them to be in the birthing room with me, they were both like, not happening. We've seen that in the movies. It's always super scary, Mom. We're not interested. And I said to them, it's nothing like the movies. The movies is scary. The movies is dramatic. Speaking of the birthday girl. Because it's the movies. In real life, it doesn't happen that way. It's beautiful, and it's going to be quiet and relaxing and all wonderful. Well, with the medically induced labor and delivery, obviously, fate had its own plan. She's insane. Hang on. So, once we arrived at the hospital, the girls got a tour of my birthing room. It was all pretty chill in the beginning. They popped my water. You were there for that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was that part scary?
No. Just the blood. It was gross.
And from there, we just started to walk the halls and try and get labor to come naturally on its own. The kids didn't mind that part because I didn't follow the rules. I didn't stay on the birthing unit. We left. We went down to the cafeteria, ate, talked on cell phones. You know, we were calling everyone, talking to everyone, keeping everyone updated. I had a birthing photographer hired. Ella's dad at the time still had practicing rights at the hospital I delivered at. So we had this grand plan that the photographer was going to photograph Destin actually helping deliver his child. Which, those plans quickly changed. I remember talking to both Destin and Angela, the photographer, and telling them that I've been induced, we've been walking for 3 hours, nothing's happening, so don't rush. They had both worked all day. I said, take your time. Famous last words.
I gotta sit here.
So once we returned to the birthing floor and I got shit for leaving to begin with, the nurse said, it's been 4.5 hours. You can't keep continuing on naturally because I guess once your water's broken, you're susceptible to infection and so on and so forth. Still being like pig-headed and determined to have as least medical intervention birth as possible, I refused to let them check to see if I was dilating. I said, no, we'll know. When the time comes, we'll know. And just a little backstory is that I broke my spine 8 years ago, well, 8 years prior to becoming pregnant with Ella. henceforth such a huge age gap in my children. So I had a meeting with the head of anesthesiology at London, Ontario's Victoria Hospital, chief anesthesiologist, months prior to my due date, because instead of putting the epidural in the epidural spot, they were actually going to put it in between my shoulder blades because my spine is crushed right at the epidural spot. So this was all planned and all, everything, even the chief of anesthesiology, he was notified when I was admitted. They were all anticipating doing this, I don't know what you would call it, spinal tap or what have you. So we go upstairs and they tell me, we need to start helping you along with labor. We're going to put you on a small dose of Pitocin. So they started the drip, hooked me up to all these machines, and my room had one of those beautiful birthing tubs. Well, I think what they failed to tell you, it seems all wonderful and relaxing, is that the water has to be like room temperature, almost cold. If not, it's dangerous for the baby, apparently. So they ran me this lukewarm, aka ice cold bath, and told me to sit in it and relax. Did I ever even get in the bathtub?
I think you did for like a second, and then you ran out.
For a second. And then it was a nurse and my mom, who has full-blown like stage 3 Parkinson's, trying to get my fat ass out of this tub. When the contractions started to actually take over, honestly, it didn't even feel like I was having a baby. I had natural births with these two as well. It was not even the same, not even close. Like, I forgot about the playlist. Not a chance was anybody trying to touch me or massage me with essential oils. Like, my plan went totally out the window. All I was concentrating on is somebody getting my fat beluga whale ass out of this freezing cold tub. Somebody get me back to the bed and call the head of anesthesiology, because it's time. Get me some fucking drugs. So I remember being butt naked on all fours on the bed.
Ew.
Were you not there for that part?
Oh, no.
You were.
I don't know where I was. I dipped. Like on all fours.
Butt naked.
With like a wrap around you, like a white wrap for some reason that was helping. I don't know what it was.
Probably the, what would you call it? Like, those big things, like a crane that they get whales out of the ocean with?
Yeah.
Is that what they had around me?
I don't know, you had this like white thing wrapped around you to help with the contractions, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I also asked my mom, I said, the baby's not coming out of my vagina, the baby's coming out of my back. So I asked my mom to put counter pressure on my spine until this chief of anesthesiology showed up and was going to save the day. So as my mom's putting counter pressure on my spine, telling me, hang on, honey, they're on their way. She's calling them now. They're on their way. Then what happened?
They were like, okay, this how it happened, how I saw it, was the bed's here and the couch is here where me and Tatum were sitting. And all of a sudden you just see like my Nana just go. So that's when she like hit her head on the wall and stuff, because like it's all concrete in there. So if you'd fall, and from that height, she fell pretty hard. So then she like was put in a wheelchair and like falling that hard and having like stage 3 Parkinson's in like this really stressful situation. So we had to go down to the ER, and
because you were hyperventilating.
And I was hyperventilating, freaking out. How could you not be hyperventilating like in this situation?
Apparently it turned out to be exactly like the movies. Even though for months I said, no, girls, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be relaxing. Don't you want to be a part of your sister's entry into the universe?
Yeah, so then Grace and my Nana are both gone, and now it's just me and my screaming mom in the room, and I'm just like, I was just completely, I didn't even know what was going on, and she was like, tell me what's going on, like, hold my back, like, so I had to start pushing on her back, and then finally this anesthesiologist or whatever came in and was just like, okay, we have to put the epidural in now. Like, you need to leave because no one can be in the room while they're putting an epidural in. So I had to wait in the waiting room, and it was just me, and I had no idea where my Nana or Grace was. And I'm sitting in this waiting room, which felt like forever because they said that it was only going to be 15 minutes, and I knew that my mom was alone, but I also knew that she wanted us in a room with her, so I was waiting for them. They were like, we'll come tell you when to come back in. So I'm like waiting, and then like it's been like almost an hour now, and I was like, okay, there's something wrong, I need to go and check. And like the nurses wouldn't let me in, and I started freaking out. I was like, my mom needs me in there, like I need to be in there. And they were like, no, you need to stay seated, like there's been like something happened. And so I'm like, I had no idea what was going on, and I was sitting in the room panicking. Yeah. And then my mom's friend finally showed up, and then a nurse comes and she's like, you can come in now, she had the baby. And I was like, what do you mean she had the baby? I wasn't even in there. And then so then I felt bad because it was like, I was like, she's probably like wondering where the hell I am, and these people wouldn't let me in. I was yelling at this nurse like, you didn't tell me, like you didn't come and get me, I've been waiting here forever. I was so mad, like yelling at this girl. And I walk in and my mom's like, get out, don't come in here. And I was like, oh,
I remember you were so like salty after. You like wouldn't even talk to us. You just wanted to hold Ella.
Salty. I was exhausted.
And when you were having like trying to fight the nurse, and you were having the baby, me and Nana were in the freaking ER eating crackers and cheese, just chilling,
living the high life. Why are you so cool? But at that point, when they deciphered, when the anesthesiologist came in and kicked everyone out, because in Canada by law you can't have witnesses to anesthesiology just in case there's an accident or whatever. It's a liability issue. He couldn't get me to sit still long enough because the contractions were so close together. And he said, has anybody checked to see how far dilated she is? And there's my poor nurses going, no, Sarah's a naturopath and she doesn't want us to check. He's like, you better get her OB in here now. Sure enough, my OB came in, and before you know it, she was converting the bed, lights are on, she's like 10 centimeters dilated, time to have a baby, no time for drugs. So I had Ella completely au naturel, and yeah, it was hell on earth to do with a broken spine. Me and my bright idea to defy the recommendations of 7, not 1, not 2, 7 different specialists told me that it wouldn't be wise to carry another baby till full term, but I did it and thought, hey, it's not so bad. They don't know what they're talking about. Until I delivered a 9-pound monkey with a broken spine. But here she is, and today we are celebrating her 2nd birthday. And yeah, what do you guys think? Was it the best day ever?
I think there was better days to come.
Better days.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see anything. That's cool.
Yeah. And that's the story of you.
How big is Ella?
So big! Bye!
Say bye, Ella.
Bye. Bye.